Final race then at Sha Tin on Sunday. Race number 9. We finish off with a Class 3 contest. This is over the 1,200 metres with 12 horses going to post. Headed by Encore Boy, a last start course and distance winner. Seven Heavens dropped back into Class 3. Placed 3 times in this grade, still a Hong Kong maiden though. Kobe Opera is first up since July. He's 3 from 4 course and distance. Natural Winner makes his Hong Kong debut, but he's a 3-time winner on the all-weather surface in France. Utopia Life runner-up last time out behind winner Supreme. Kaying Master switches out to the dirt after being a 2-time winner down the straight. Elite Patch runner-up behind Encore Boy last time out and down to Decisive Action. Ben So from Barrier 4 also makes his all-weather debut. Now, Seven Heavens, Casper Founds, Blake Shin will be in the saddle, is the only horse that's been up at Chung Fa within the last 30 days. Now, we made our way to the touchscreen to have a look at the speed map and a couple of key races as well. Starting off with the pace of the race, Brett, and Forza Angel, who's got speed over 1,000 metres. If he wants to find the front, possibly could.
Possibly. Kaying Master, interesting runner coming onto this surface for the first time and up in trip. Encore Boy was super impressive last start. The draw puts him very, very wide. I think potentially they're going to have to maybe roll the dice and go up a little bit closer to the lead. We know Kobe Opera can sometimes be a little sluggish from the machine, but gets his motor up and going shortly after as well. So you just wonder how all this is going to go unfold. I think the one thing he can be assured of, if he steps cleanly, Utopia Life and Elite Patch to that matter as well, should both get nice economical runs down there on the speed. But the battle up front does create a few question marks.
Some interesting questions as well, particularly Kaying Master, who's declared Aurora last time as well, Paul. But what have you seen out of track work? First
I'm going to look at is Encore Boy here. Look, he was so impressive when the blinkers went on for the first time. Those blinkers obviously really worked well for him. He has got that awkward draw as Brett touched, but he did have 10 last start when he won. So it was a similar draw. There's a bit pace underneath him, though, this time. And look, he moves nicely there. Look, this horse is super keen here, isn't he? Seven Heavens really wants to get on with it. He comes onto the all-weather surface, and the Frankles do go well on the all-weather surface, Seven Heavens. As I've previously said, he's had 2 goes on it before, has been placed. And Utopia Life, as Brett said, whatever happens in this race, I think he's the one that's going to get the run. And he probably deserves the win. He's been first past the post on one occasion, but...
Lost it in the steward's room.
Yeah, lost it to multi-million, didn't he?
All right.
Seven Heavens.
Seven Heavens.
Yeah, he's in this race as well.
That's right. All right, so let's have a look at some of them in action. We'll start off here. Encore Boy, right down the centre. The other horse engaged that we need to focus on is Elite Patch, who runs into second place. Good effort from him. He was a winner on the dirt in Japan before he relocated here.
Yes, he was, and that was his first run for Francis Lloyd. Blinkers go back on for his second run. Good barrier. I like the way he went here. Definite inclusion. Encore Boy actually faltered a little bit at the start. It turned out to be a blessing. He got into a lovely trailing position and went on to win. I think from here, they've got 8 pound more to carry. He's going to probably have to surge forward from that wide gate. Not sure whether he'll actually get in for some cover. That was the little quandary for me regarding him. If he happens to, then I'll be sort of feeling nervous because I've left him out. But I am going to leave him out on this occasion. I think he might be in trouble out there.
I'll get him in there. I think the blinkers was the real key for him. And he's always threatened to do something like that. And he's finally done it. So I think he can go on.
He did go extremely well, there's no doubt.
All right, that was General Dino as well in the red and black colours, who was beaten a long way. I think need to wait for him to get up in trip. Utopia Life now might be in a very similar position, speed map suggesting so when they swing in for the straights on Sunday. Mega Hearts, the other one we've got an eye on.
Yeah, I keep coming back to Utopia Life. On the basis of that map, he can either lead or, with all this pace in him, I don't think he will. He'll just sit him behind. Look, he's run second on his last 2 occasions on this all-weather track, and it was a really nice second, fresh up behind Silver Fig, then chased home winner Supreme here. So, look, I think, yeah, he's the one for me, Utopia Life.
Yep, I agree totally with what Paul's just said. And I think he's found a bit of a liking for the surface. You know, he was running well over the straight 1,000, but since he's got onto the dirt, he's found an extra length or 2, and I think this might be the surface where he can win one. Mega Heart's always an interesting one. We know he gives away a big start. Just depends on how much of a mood he's in through the first half and how close he can keep himself to the leading division, because if he gives away too big a gap, it's always hard for him to reel them in.
Silver Fig was the recurring theme in those 2 replays we saw as well, beaten by Encore Boy, then winning that race, so bear that in mind. Kobe Opera is who we're having a look at now. Back at the trials, this is Kobe Opper wide down the outside with Vincent Ho in the saddle.
Yeah, he had a fever back in early September, so that's halted his return to the races. That's the reason he was scratched from his first intended start, which was the race eventually won by Silver Fig. He's always been a horse that looks progressive. He's 3 for 4 on the surface.
Yeah, he's hard to leave out. I've got him in the numbers as well, Kobe Opper. Was placed fresh up in his last go. That was on the turf, and then he did win second up. So I think he's ready to go.
Again, that's a trial featuring Aquila and Big Party as well. So a few nice horses engaged there. Now, this is Ka-Ying Master. So he won his first 2 starts down the straight on the turf. Then, well, they suggested there might be a problem just sort of ticking away there in the background. He was declared a roar after his last start.
He was, and Keith Young basically said that in the interview with Ed Sadler, that it could be an issue that pops its head up, and it did in that race won by a massive pocket. Now he stretches onto the dirt. He's going to go 1,200 metres. He gets himself very warm behind the gates. Deal me out. Yeah,
I had a question mark next to him as well. He's obviously got some raw ability, but with that roaring problem, I'm happy to let him go.
Slightly softer tempo might help him get into a rhythm, but I want to see him do it first.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure it will be that much softer, really. On the 1,200 metre dirt surface, but yeah, the roaring issue's a real problem coming to the final furlong, you would think.
This is Private Rockets. We're having a look back at the trials, of course. Alberto Santo ride for Barrier 11.
Yeah, this is actually going back to a trial from him prior to some of the runs he's already had. He actually went fairly poorly behind Cordyceps and then ran OK behind Chicken Dance. I just wanted to show you what he's capable of and how comfortable he looks on this surface. You can see him just back quiet there. Of course, at the end of last season, he defeated Guy Dragon. He was in good form for the John Moore stable on that occasion. Douglas White has decided to throw him onto the all-weather surface now, and I think he might be a runner at a little bit of value worth including.
Yep. Yeah, he trialled well.
All right, he gets in for me as well. Wide market here, though, Paul.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Utopia Life. I just think he gets... It's a real open race, you mentioned, but he gets the best run. I think Encore Boys on the improve with those blinkers on. Kobe Opper's the specialist, and Seven Heavens, like this track week leading to this, he should get a nice run from Barrier 3. 8-1-3-2.
Got Utopia Life on top as well. I think the danger might be the one down the bottom, Elite Patch. I'm just going to have a little crack at that Quinella. It's cheap, and you might get a nice result, 8 and 10. 7 Mega Heart and Private Rocket to run on, 8, 10, 7, 4.
Yeah, not too dissimilar for me, actually. I got the other way around, though. I've gone 10 and 8 for my cue. All right, stats heading into the weekend, and we're looking at a jockey in red-hot form, Paul.
Oh, Graham van Niekerk is the one we're concentrating on. He's going so well at the moment. In his last 20 rides, he's had 4 wins, 2 seconds and a third. So 20% strike rate there for Graham van Niekerk. Let's have his rides. Dating, I know Brett's given that a good case. Mr. Monty on the surface. Reeves Muntjack, he was well back last time. Buddies is up in grade. Star Superior with the lightweight. So they've all got chances, those ones. Voyage King, I don't mind coming to the surface. Most Beautiful has been running well. Clear Choice, I've put it on a minor line, and Encore Boy as well. So I think he's got some good chances.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised, touch wood, if he doesn't come home with a winner.
All right, there you go. Speaking of winners, Paul, what's the best?
This one's for you, Andrew. I really like this one. I've been sort of following him all season, and he hasn't really let me down. He was looking good, and UW Brother is the one that I'm going to put in as a long shot. Come to the surface for the first time, but looks well suited on it. And in that race, we'll do the QQP, Elite Boy, UW Brother, and Promise Kept.
Tom Wood's always been a fan of the Bear Slam, and I'm going with Bear Slam as the best. 8-8. And Dating, race 1, number 8, back in trip. It's a very shallow race that I want a bit of value. And I'm going to go with the QQP in that race as well, 1, 3, 8, 11. Hopefully build something for later.
I'll take the shorts in the feature. Elusive State, top weight. I think he's better than those, and could be on to bigger and better things throughout the remainder of the year. Vigor Fame from the front, left alone. These a big chance at a big price. Good Beauty, Vigor Fame and Bear Slam, my QQP in race number 8.
We'll have to get you a pair of Racing to Win shorts. It's obvious you love them.
If they're available, I'll try them. Wednesday night, Happy Valley. Sasso Ladies Purse Day. We should see a few stars out next weekend.
Yeah, looking forward to that. It's always a really good race meeting, that one.
Yep, there'll be a fashion parade too, no doubt.
All right, that's the show. Thanks for watching. On behalf of Paul, Brett and the rest of the team, hopefully it's Sha Tin on Sunday. We will be racing to win.
Good night.
Good night.